All right, one of the things that I am hearing loud and clear through your emails that you've been sending to me is that you feel like the crazy one. And I want to grab you, hug you, and embrace you and tell you you're not the crazy one. You having these thoughts and feelings is so much like an awakening. And maybe that sounds a little too woo-woo, but that's kind of how I feel because I've never felt like this before. Everything's just opened up. And yes, it was scary. When I started going through my whole process of change and realizing that the church was not true with a capital T, and I would tell a few people, because you know how you're doing this process, you may confide in someone, and maybe that first person's been me. I know there's been a few of you who've told nobody, but you've messaged me. And I appreciate that because I know what it feels like to feel like you cannot tell another soul. Your family's gonna think you're nuts, your children are gonna think you've gone crazy, your spouse, your friends. And when I slowly felt like, okay, I can tell this person, even if I muted it down a whole bunch, but just say, I don't know, it's just not seeming right to me, something's not right. You know, you could kind of tell who you could tell more and more to about your doubts, but people would start telling me, I'm so brave and I'm so courageous for taking these steps. Of course, not my Mormon friends and family, but people who were either already out of the church or who were never members to begin with would tell me that. And I would feel scared out of my mind. No, I'm not brave. I said I wasn't going to cry because I'm sitting at the beach in the most beautiful place, so I'm not going to cry about it. But I thought, I'm not brave. This is scaring me shitless. This is the scariest thing I have ever done in my entire life. And for people to start telling me I was brave, I thought, you're crazy. I don't feel brave. This is not brave. I'm scared. But I kept doing it anyway because to me, it was more important to find my own truth and to what felt right in my soul than to keep going along with something that just I could no longer go along with. Even though at the early part of my journey, I didn't know what that meant. I didn't know necessarily what is it that's bothering me. You know, I hadn't really read anything. I hadn't done all my studying. But I just knew something wasn't right. And so, yes, my journey has taken me a long time, but to be on this side of things, I can look back and go, well, maybe I don't know, maybe it was a little courageous, but it was nothing of it. When I started this process, it wasn't like, I want to be brave, oh, I want to be courageous. It was like, I want to find the truth. I want to find what is best for me and for me to be the most authentic person I can be. And so I did have to ignore the people that told me, and I'm quoting some of you because I know that they've said the same things to you because you've shared them with me, that you're possessed, you're of the devil, you're crazy, you don't have any idea what you're talking about. And I had to take those things that people were telling me that I loved dearly. I mean, I loved the people, but I didn't love what they were telling me. And I had to kind of wade through what made sense to me. And I had to not listen to them because what I feel is the most important thing is to be true to myself. And guess what? I left the church. I'm still a good person. I still serve others. I still am kind to people. I haven't gone crazy and fallen off the edge of the earth. So I want you to know you are not crazy for this journey you're on. I want you to find the strength within you to be able to take the steps you need. And I know they're baby steps, but you are strong too. You have it in you. You're facing a big, scary part of life right now, but as you slowly go through the process and the steps it takes to kind of work your way through this big paradigm shift, you will find that you're stronger than you think you are. I promise. Just keep going. Do it at your own pace. You can be, of course, you can be whatever you want to be. Be sensitive to those people around you, but at the same time, you are an adult. You get to make the decisions. Just like your family members have made the decision to be in the church and be strong, faithful Mormons, you can make the decision to not be, if that's where it leads you. But what I'm finding out is the choice to go a different way often opens doors that you'd have no idea were there for you. So just repeat after me. You are not crazy. You're just on an amazing, incredible adventure of a ride with all of its ups and downs. I hope that helps. I know it's hard. I'm not trying to make light of it. It is the hardest thing I've ever gone through in my entire life. But there is light at the end of the tunnel, so hang in there.